Eric Mother, Mother.com. Let's take a look at MGT, and this is going to be the third video over the last 3 days. And here we are seeing after 2 days of rest, after closing at 4.15, which is this daily closing high. So now we know that should the stock at some point, if and when it moves above 4.15, that is when we might have another momentum move to the upside. Otherwise, for now, one has to ignore. If you're truly looking for momentum, you have to wait, or at least insist on a breakout. And here we've had more than 2 days of rest. This is day number 2 after the recording of this daily closing high at 4.15. So if you're looking and are patient enough, a breakout above 4.15 is what you want to see. That is when you want to go long after the stock jumps above 4.15. Otherwise, you are meant to ignore. So if you're looking for momentum, that's how you can approach this. Now, if you don't want to wait for a breakout, you can start looking at other secondary factors. For the first thing you can do here, by the way, this is a 1 month daily. So 1 month daily here. And one thing you can notice here is right now the RSI on the daily is back above 69.1. Now the last time the stock jumped above 69.1 was here during this move at about, let's call it under 50 cents. And of course we know it went on a major run. So right now it is reclaiming that level above 69.1, suggesting that as long as it is back above 69.1, the chances are it could actually bounce. Now I have to say here that on the hourly, on my setting, I'm using RSI period of 26. So that could be a little bit different from yours. But here, using RSI period of 26, the RSI is back above 69.1, suggesting that this could actually be an opportunity for it to bounce. The reason why I say that is if you take a look at the 1 month hourly. So let's go to the 1 month hourly, or in fact, before we do that, let's take a look at let's go here, take a look at a 3 month hourly chart. Just want to show you there's a line of support on the RSI connecting the lows here from the lows of early April, mid to late April here, and now we look like we are forming a nice double bottom here. So somewhere around here with the stock trading, let's call it at about 2.75, if it can hold above the 50 level on its hourly RSI, this is where it could bounce. Now that's one way to use this line here. So as long as the stock is holding above that line, it could have a chance of moving higher. And because the daily is above 69.1, this is a possibility. Now if it breaks through this, then you know that that is going to be a failed breakout attempt. A break of that line would suggest a failed breakout attempt. Now there's another view which is based on the perfect entry. So you go back and figure out where the movement began, and there was this RSI breakout here. This RSI breakout right here started the move, and this move subsequently would go on to record higher prices, as you can see, right? So we know that this is where the move began right here. We draw a line from there. We should be somewhere around there. So all the stock needs to do is, now that it is close to that line, it needs to jump above that green line, which would suggest that around here in the 250s, 250 to about 280 is a possibility here that if it can jump above that level, it might see another spike. So that's one view, and which is a way to time a stock that has seen a great move and now is coming back and showing some type of a pullback. So after a nice move here, it's pulling back. If the hourly RSI can just jump above the green line, then this is how you know that it could actually see a spike. Keep in mind, what you're looking for here is uniform activity. And as of right now, we have what looks like double bottom support at the 50 level on its hourly. Again, there's also something here I need to point out here, that because the stock could right now show support at its 50 level, 50 RSI level, that support here with the double bottom support here is actually indication of a stock that could bounce. But the key is if it can move above the 50 level, and especially if it can move above the green line here. So that's one way to time this. And keep in mind that another reason why one can still expect a move higher is because right now on the weekly RSI we see that the stock continues to trade above 69.1 on the weekly, which shows that it still has momentum based on the weekly chart holding above 69.1. So either you can wait for the daily breakout, which is waiting for it to move above 4.15, the recent daily closing high. So that's one way of doing this. Or you can go to the hourly, and around here the stock could actually be showing signs of the possibility of moving higher, because we have right now what looks like double bottom support at the 50 RSI level. We also have a line connecting the lows, so you can draw this line here connecting recent RSI lows. In fact, you can extend it this way, and also if it can move above this line right here. If all those things happen, then around here you can expect the stock to move higher. That's how you can time some of these great momentum moving stocks. Either wait for a breakout or wait for an area in the chart where short term it could find support, like it is right around here at about 275. Eric Mother@mother.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS.